Hi there, this is Liz Lewinson. Very happy to talk with you today about a topic that is not only near to my heart, it is my heart, and something quite wonderful that's happening today is actually the day of the power of adolescent girls, or we could even say adolescent women. The United Nations proclaimed this to be this day, and what they're stating is that adolescent girls all over the world need our support. These are girls who perhaps were born around the year 2000. Now they're age 15, and they're just at that point in their lives where they can go ahead and get more educated, become more powerful, become more effective, and help their societies. And yet, in many societies today, we find this is not the case. I would even say in Western societies, many girls in their adolescent years drop out, they drop back, they become less capable and powerful than the boys. And this is just wrong. This is an imbalance in the world. I totally agree with the United Nations that we need to empower not only all women, but particularly right now, adolescent girls who are going to be the leaders in a mere 10 or 15 years from now. We need to teach them their technical skills. We need to teach them self-reliance. We need to have them understand that they do not need, in fact, as the UN said, there should be zero tolerance for violence, for any repression of any form of women. It should not exist. It creates a tremendous imbalance in the world to have this, and that's what we see in history. And I am speaking as the writer of a book, Blue Skies Buddha. I am speaking as a person who was introduced many years ago to a Buddhist teaching that I'm going to share with you right now. And that teaching can be stated simply. It is that women are innately powerful. That is actually their highest spiritual quality. It's power. It is power to lead. It is power to be extremely wealthy, if that's what a woman chooses to be. It's power in all of its manifestations. Economic, social, spiritual, all these ways. Women are actually the leaders of power. It's built into their systems. Now, if I'm going to talk about this sort of metaphysical view, I call this the missing metaphysical link. The other aspect, of course, is if women are essentially power, that's what they represent in nature, then what is the male nervous system, essentially set up for? The Buddhist teacher that I studied with, who I write about in Blue Skies Buddha, said that the highest spiritual quality of men is love and humility. And so just to analyze both of these a little bit, let's look at love and humility first, because a lot of men draw back and say, wait, how can I be loving and humble? It sounds like something a little too emotional, maybe a little Hallmark card-like, but love is an incredibly powerful force, actually. It's considered the most powerful force in the universe, but it's something also that is linked to an ability to just go beyond yourself. It has nothing to do with domination or control or ego or any of the other inappropriate and really not good for men behaviors that men have developed. It's just love. It doesn't have to be for one person or one dog. It can be just a universal love. Men are great at it. They haven't been told that, but they're actually set up for it. And the humility is just a kind of ability to be part of nature. Again, not dominating nature, not controlling nature, but being part, being an integral part. Now, the power of women that I'm talking about and that I've perceived over the years is something, again, different. It's very much built into a woman, what we call an energy body. So I'm going to talk now about the energy body of a woman. An energy body of a woman is very large, actually. It goes out way beyond her physical body, and is actually at almost its height in adolescence, which makes it very interesting that girls get so repressed in adolescence when this vast energy body is almost at its peak form, very fluid, very capable of taking on any kinds of very high manifestations. And that fluid nature of a woman's energy body is very much resembling power, isn't it? Because if you think about what power really is, power as it manifests in nature, think about water rushing through a dam. It's very, very fast. It's very, very fluid. That's what creates the power. Almost every form, in fact, every form of natural power that exists has to do with change and rapid fluidity. The Grand Canyon was formed by water. Water is very powerful fluidity in general, any fast movement, which is what a woman's physical, subtle physical is all about, is the nature of power. Now back to men again. Men also, of course, have a subtle physical body, but metaphysically, it looks different. It's a little bit more compact, a little bit more held in to the physical body. It's a little bit more like a network or a set of joints. You can think of a diamond, the facets of a diamond, and what those might look like under a microscope. That's what a man's energy body looks like. And because of that, it's not going to be able to handle rapid change. That's not what it's supposed to do. But it's able to reflect incredible luminous light. And love is what actually unlocks that for that male nervous system. And it's just so interesting how in today's world, in fact, for the last several thousand millennia, this situation has been reversed. And what we see is women not only being repressed by men, but it's gone on for so long that women today don't even know, don't even understand how powerful they innately are. So what I'm so happy to see is in the last, just honestly, again, several years, I would say, there's more and more women having the, I would say, simple perception to say, wait a minute, all this has been totally bogus, and to really reach more and more levels of expressing the power of women. I see that politically, I see that in sports. I'm very excited about Ronda Rousey, who is now considered the best fighter in martial arts in the world, male or female. I recently read her book called Rousey. I recommend it to men and women to read because it's about breaking barriers, and it's about breaking barriers of what women can and cannot do. And of course, she worked really hard to get there. The key point is here on this day that and it will be not just a day, of course, it's going to be a year, it's going to be many, many, many years. There is a truth at the basis of all this that people are recognizing now. Again, more and more studies are being done on women and women's leadership. And they're all coming out so strongly how women are capable, really more adroit, that the leadership style, that fluid leadership style, is really about how you get things done. It's not about this knock rigidity, domination thing that you see so often in male leadership. It's just, that isn't power, to be honest with you. That's just plain ignorance. We need more women leaders. We need all women to realize that they have this huge innate power level. I compare it to a tsunami fully risen. And if you can picture that tsunami, and if you were looking at it right now, you would feel incredible power that could take any shape or form. And that is what the power level of women is. That is a true perception. And that is a teaching. It is a Buddhist teaching as well. It's a direct perception, and it's a truth. So as you start to go about your life, you can start to observe this more. This fluidity of women, slightly more rigid quality. It's not a negative thing. It's just a more compact network quality of men. Now, interestingly, as you meditate more, you start to develop more of both qualities, because meditation starts to increase the ability of your mind and your heart, your emotions to really encompass more. Because at the end of the day, our souls are probably gender-free. But for now, if you have a female body, your subtle body, your energy body is very, very fluid. It's delicate though. You want to stay away from these negative imprints. It's very important for the planet to nurture that power of women. So it's really exciting that today is celebrating and honoring and commemorating the power of adolescent women, because they're the future and they will always continue to be the future. And those incredibly beautiful and luminous physical bodies and cells that they have need to grow. They need to grow, and we can all help nurture them as we nurture ourselves as men and women, and to have more supportive relationships of our mutual strengths. So I look forward to seeing more and more Ronda Rouseys. I look forward to seeing more and more humble and loving men. Right now, I'm not having too many examples come to mind, but soon. So I thank you very much.